What kind of pictures does Santa's helpers take? Elfies. Hi, how's it going? New weekly update from yours truly. And if this is your first time watching one of these, what I like to do is I like to update everyone on what I've been gaming PlayStation wise and the PlayStation trophies I've earned throughout the week. I like to push one of these out every week. Sometimes I miss a week here and there, but usually I like to push them out every week, usually every Sunday. If that sounds interesting to you, then be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully, those YouTube notifications will get pushed out to you. I know sometimes they can be weird. I know mine can be weird sometimes. Also, a comment never hurts. Feel free to comment and let me know what you're trophy hunting in, or if you're an Xbox or PC player, let me know what you're achievement hunting in if you're an achievement hunter, or just what you're gaming, man, if you're just a gamer. And I've been playing a lot of my quicker games lately because I plan to make 2024 a RPG heavy year. I love RPGs. They've been my favorite genre of video game for quite a while. And, I have quite a few in my backlog. A lot that I could list. I'm not going to bother with that. We'll just get on with the update, and I might talk about more about that later. So, first up, I played a game called Thunderflash. And this game is like a retro shooter. Reminded me of kind of like Contra for the NES. You go through the missions, and if you die before you get to the end, they give you more credits to start with, which is really helpful. But I think I made it all the way to, I want to say the second to last. I want to say there's 6 main missions. And of course, each mission has like, so let's just say mission 4, for example, has 4-1, 4-2, and 4-3, and then I think it has a boss fight. So each mission has about 3 or 4 levels in it. And I want to say I got to 5, and I think there's 6 total before I finally died. So it's not too bad of a game. It's one of those kind of easy platinum games. I got the platinum, and it's sitting currently on PSN profiles, the PS5 version of Thunderflash. It's sitting at a 94.81%. That's how common of a platinum it is. I like my time with it. Remind me of Contra, which I was a big fan of Contra on the NES, especially Super C. Super C was probably my favorite one. Next up, my dad and I finally platinumed A Way Out. We played this a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but I want to say I looked at our trophies and it was like 2021 when we played it. Or maybe it was last year sometime. I'm not too sure, but I know we didn't platinum it, and it took a break after we beat it. And so we finally went back and platinumed it, swapped up the trophies we missed, so we finally got the platinum of that. So that adds another platinum that my dad and I have played fully co-op together, including games like Diablo 3 and Army of Two, Devil's Cartel, among a few others. I want to say We Were Here was another one. But the A Way Out Platinum is currently sitting at a 32.76% rarity, uncommon. So I'm glad to have that added to my list, because you never know when they're going to take the servers down, because you have to have another player to play this. I think you can play with 2 controllers, but so if they do take the servers down, I guess you can still play with 2 controllers, but I'm glad to have it done. Next up, I played a game called Headbangers and Holiday Hell. It was on sale for like $2.50, if I remember right. And I was like, hey, 'tis the season. It's like a Christmas game. Sounds fun. Sounds funny. You might not notice from looking at me, but I am a metalhead myself. I like other genres of music too, but I do prefer the heavy metal. And so I thought this would be funny, a fun game to play, and especially since it's around Christmas time anyways. And it's kind of like a rogue-like, or rogue-lite. I'm not too sure which one it would fall under, but it's like that. And you get so far, then you can use your money, cash, to buy upgrades. But thankfully, you actually don't have to go very far to get the platinum of this. You don't even have to defeat the first boss. So you can have the platinum done pretty quick. I platinumed it on the PS5 version first, which is sitting at a 78.13% platinum rarity. And then I actually had so much fun with it, I went back and platinum the PS4 version. It's the same day. Actually, 6 minutes after I platinumed it on PS5 version, I went back and I got my first trophy on the PS4 version. And so I got the platinum again with the PS4 version, and the PS4 version is sitting at 83.33% rarity, so it's a little higher than the PS5 version. And then I played a little bit of Yakuza Like a Dragon, aka Like a Dragon 7. I actually platinumed this game on PS4 already, and then I've already played through it this is the PS5 version, and I already played through it on the PS5 version. I had all but 3 of the trophies, and they're, my opinion, the 3 most annoying trophies. And so I saved them, and I said maybe I'll go back into it and platinum it one day. And ever since I played the trial, to Like a Dragon Gaiden. You can, well, since I played that game, they have a trial version of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, aka Like a Dragon 8, that is going to come out in a month's time from now. A month and 2 days, if you want to be exact. It comes out January 26th. And ever since I played that trial version of Like a Dragon 8, it's turn-based like this one because it's the direct sequel to this game. And I've just been itching to play some more of it. And so I was like, well, I don't know, I'll go back and platinum Like a Dragon 7, get the platinum for it on PS5 version. So I need to grind out to do the true Millennium Tower, which is you need all your characters to be real powerful to get through that. I actually streamed me grinding some of that yesterday. I might stream me beating the true Millennium Tower. We'll see. But yeah, I'm hoping to get the platinum of this. I might not. I don't know if I'll get it before the end of the year. It really depends on how much I want to focus on this. There are some quicker games I still want to play. So maybe I'll make this my first platinum of the next year. Because since, like I said, I want to make next year RPG heavy. And this game is RPG, pretty RPG-ish because the main character thinks he's in an RPG. So it's like turn-based RPG. All the Like a Dragon games are kind of RPG-ish, but this one leans heavily into the RPG element. So I might save that and make that the first platinum of 2024. We'll see, though. Next up is Tales of Iron. They had a free DLC. I want to say it was called The Bright Fur, and apparently it's squirrels having some sort of ceremony or something, and you got to help them out. And I actually did it the first day the DLC came out, so I was like one of the first 20 or so people to get these trophies on, according to PSN profiles anyways. And it was a pretty fun DLC. Nothing too hard about it. I was actually able to get all the DLC trophies. Next game I played was a game called Guard Duty. This is kind of like a point-and-click adventure game. And what I liked about this game is it was fully voiced, and it had some pretty funny moments. Like, in order to leave the castle walls, they say you need to get the, like, Wildlands DLC or something like that. Of course, they made DLC stand for something else, like Death something certificate. But I thought that was pretty funny. So, it has some pretty funny jokes in it. I found it pretty humorous, and, I enjoyed my time with it. Like I said, it was fully voiced, which really helped. Well, it was like 99% voiced, which I thought was pretty awesome, because most point-and-click adventure games aren't voiced. So I found that pretty nice. Like I said, I enjoyed my time with it. I bought this on sale a long time ago. I don't know how much I bought it for. Maybe like $1.50 if I had to guess. Maybe $2, somewhere in there. I know it was pretty cheap, so I felt it was worth that. Next up was a game I played called Demetrios. I think it was called like Demetrios, A Cynical Adventure or something like that. That's the full title of it. But this one is another point-and-click adventure game. And this one actually bought on sale for 99 cents. A full buckaroo. And, it has its moments. It's pretty funny. But unlike Guard Duty, it is not voiced. It has very little voice acting in it. And, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. And one thing though is most games don't want you to die. This game, in order to get the platinum, you gotta see all the death endings. So I thought that was a pretty funny twist. And yeah, it was okay. It was what it was, and some of the humor is kind of hit or miss. But for the most part, I had an okay time with it. And nothing to complain about. I bought it for 99 cents, so there's not much to complain about there. Alright, now we look at my trophies. There's not much to talk about. The only thing is, A Way Out was at 32%, and we got it to 100% platinum. And Yakuza Like a Dragon was at 89%. Now it's at 91 because the 2 trophies I got were bronzes. Tales of Iron was at a 98%. Then when they put in the DLC, I'm not too sure what it dropped down to. I want to say like maybe 82, somewhere in there. And so I got it back up to 98%. The only trophy I'm missing is you got to beat the game on the hardest difficulty for the last DLC package. And yeah, I didn't want to do that. So that's the only trophy I'm missing at the 98%. Other than that, everything else is, was 0 to 100. Puzzle Quest keeps jumping up there. I'm not too sure why it keeps moving even though I don't earn a trophy. I don't know if it's because I'm earning progress towards trophies. I don't know, man. But anyways, here are my trophy stats. My trophy level is now 553, which is an increase of 5 trophy levels. I'm not too sure if that's a record or tied with a record. I want to say my previous record was like 3 or 4, so that might be a record here. And my overall trophy is now 14,196, which is an increase of 116. I do believe that is a record. I believe like a couple weeks ago, I had my record at like 98 or something like that. So 116 is pretty crazy. My platinum is at 157, which is an increase of 6 from the last week. Of course, the 2 Headbangers game, A Way Out, Thunderflash, and then Guard Duty and Demetrios is the 6. My gold is now 1,109, which is an increase of 53 from last week. My silver is at 2,635, which is an increase of 25 from last week. My bronze is at 10,295, which is an increase of 32 from last week. My games played is now at 671, which is an increase of 5 from last week. My games completed is 156, which is an increase of 6 from last week. 6 platinum, 6 games completed. My overall completion percentage is at 53.53%, which is an increase of 0.51%. Pretty crazy increase there. But like I said, I've been saying this for a while now. I plan to play some games that I have no plans of platinuming here soon. Heck, Yakuza Like a Dragon 8 might be one of them. You know, Infinite Wealth might be one of them. We'll see. It depends if they put that dreaded 100% trophy in there. I do not like doing some of those minigame challenges, so that's usually what holds me up. Trophies per day is at 2.55, which is actually an increase of 0.2. Usually I increase it by 0.1, if anything. Usually it goes down 0.1. So 0.2 is pretty nice. My world rank is currently sitting at 17,264, which is an increase of 619 from when I did this video last week. And my country rank of USA is sitting at 3,718, which is an increase of 150 spots from when I did this video last week. Yeah, pretty crazy. You might be saying, oh, but you're doing easy trophy games. Like I said, it's not like I've been buying them to play them. The only one I bought was that Headbangers one. And all the others I've had, Guard Duty, I've had Demetrios, I've had A Way Out. You can look, I played it, last year with my dad or whenever it was. So it's not like I'm buying these games to pad my trophy stats. I've had them for a while. It's just I'm finally getting around to them because, like I said, I want to make next year kind of RPG heavy. It's not going to be the only thing I play. I'm not going to play only RPGs, but it is going to be the main thing I focus on. It's been a while since I've played a lot of RPGs, which, like I said, they're my favorite type of game, my favorite genre, so I can't wait to dive into some RPGs. The only problem is, let's face it, RPGs are time consuming. So my trophies per day are probably going to drop and all that good stuff, and my world rank's probably going to rise, my country rank's going to rise. I don't really care about any of that stuff. It's just interesting to see how they rise and fall every week. But yeah, that's my plans for this week, though, is I actually thought about playing Terminator Resistance. It's made by the same developers who made that RoboCop game, and I've had Terminator Resistance for a while. I had it bought it digitally on PS4, and then I even bought the disc copy for PS5. So I might play that. I'll probably play the PS5 version. Then if I like it enough, I might go back to the PS4 version down the road or something. But that's one thing I might do this week. I do still have a few more quicker games, believe it or not, to knock out. Like the Edith Finch one, I do believe it's called. I do have a Telltale game I could play. Those are kind of quickish. I got a game called Erica. I believe that's pretty quick-ish. So, most of these games that were given out, they were given to me through the Plus membership, like the Edith Finch one, the Telltale one, and Erica. All those were given to me through Plus. I also do believe I got some of the Life is Strange games that I got thanks to Plus, which I hear they're pretty quick-ish. So maybe I'll play one of those. I'm not too sure, but like I said, starting next year, I plan to focus mainly on RPGs, which will hopefully be fun. Alright, that does it for my weekly update. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, whichever applies to you. And I should be back here before we do our monthly stats. Probably put another video out the final day of the year. We'll see how I end the year with a next weekly update. Have a wonderful time, everybody. And as always, thanks for watching. Namba, what, will you please just attack him? Namba, what did that barrier ever do to you? Really? Looks like I gotta break this damn barrier. I'll probably call it a stream, and I might look up to see where I can get that shield at. You bastard. You bastard. Don't you run me over too. I should have looked both ways for crossing the street. My mama taught me better than that. Oh well, what are you gonna do?